Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another video by Rideshare UK. Right, on today's video, we're not going to talk about Uber. We're going to talk about this union, ADCU. And also, on this video, I'm not here to talk about the success this company had with Uber. Like all the compensation you guys are getting, this is the company, the union, that's made it all possible. So I think it's worth a shout. Definitely. And, we thank these guys for the money we're about to get, and I'm not sure what we're getting yet, but that's another story or another video for next time. So what am I talking about tonight? Actually, because I think we need to join a union, and the main reason for that is because our next fight is not with the actual operators, is to fight with your local council. Obviously, I got TFL there. If you're in Birmingham, you got Birmingham City Council. So wherever you are, it's your local council. This is the next chapter for the likes of this union, and particularly us, who the fight will be with. It's going to be with your council. Trust me. I'm good at predicting things, and I'm telling you now, the next chapter is with your council. And let me tell you why. The council are not your friend. They're meant to be, because you're paying them the fees and everything, all the licenses, and you'd expect some protection from them. But you know something, they will screw you over given any opportunity. You know that, I know that, everyone knows that, and this is about to move into fifth gear with the council, because they're going to start something really serious, and we need to be prepared and backed off by the council. So what am I on about? Let me tell you something. The reason I'm saying all this about the council is because the council are not on our side, and what they've become now is a money entity. That's all they're interested in, making money. Now, they've found the perfect partners for this, the likes of all the app company. Now, the system they are using now is what they call pump and dump, right? It's called pump and dump. They will recruit, just like Uber done it as well. Same structure. You recruit and then you dump. You dump the drivers like that. And once you've dumped, you get all the money you've recruited on the way up. And them drivers, which are us, by the way, are ended up with nothing. So this is what it is. The main number one criteria is to get rid of you. And secondly, once they're getting rid of you, they are embarking on recruiting more drivers. That's why you'll never get the council saying we're going to stop recruiting drivers. I know some councils have in some places, by vast majority of the council will not stop recruiting drivers. And I'm going to explain to you why this is going to be another main reason why they wouldn't stop recruiting drivers. Right, so forgive me firstly for all this terrible handwriting, but I just wanted to make it look a bit more, while I'm talking, so you could have a, look at something to see what I'm talking about. Right, so what you've got there is a council in the middle. That's your local council. Right, and you got the operators on the left-hand side, so it could be Uber, Ola, Bolt, your base, whoever it is. Right, and what they're going to use, the strategy they're going to use is they're going to blame everything on safety to protect. That's, we've been through the safety of Uber. Remember the safety campaign? Massive. Safety is used for everything. If you want to start a war, you say, I'm protecting my country, safety, you start the war. That's how everything starts. And the council is doing this by saying, we're doing this for safety reason, right? So, but let me show you how much a new applicant, rough quote, obviously there'll be more, there'll be less, depending how, but I'm just trying to take an average figure here. A guy who comes into this trade, buys a car, and probably gets everything on the road for around 20k, right? I think that's a reasonable figure to use, £20,000, okay? Right, but here's a small print, the council fees, and this is the reason we're going to concentrate on this video. As a new applicant, your council fees is going to be around about £500. Now that's taking in your MOT, your medical, your DBS, whatever you need to do. It's going to be around the 500 figure. Again, it could be more, it could be less, but let's just stick to 500 for argument's sake. But look at the renewal the year after. Your car cost has come down to about £5,000, insurance, maintenance, and all that. But the fees have also come down for renewal, because you're not a new applicant anymore. You're a renewal, and that's come down to, say, £200 for that year, minus the 500 you paid last year. So the actual council are making £300 loss, and that is where the problem is. It is sad, but true. And they'll try and deny this because they're making a loss of £300. It is okay. Let me just show you something else. Right. So how are they doing it? How are they going to get rid of you? Getting rid of you, they have to actually have a structure in place for you to get rid of you. And this is why I'm saying you need to be with the union, because the union will be fighting the council, I would say, for the next years ahead now, because I think the operators are probably settled down, the likes of Uber. They'll still, pop their head up now and then, and we just need to make sure that we just, hit it back down into the ground again. But the main player is going to be the council, and this is what I'm saying. Let's have a look at this diagram. How are the council going to get rid of you? And this is what it is. You got the council on the right, you got the operators on the left: Uber, Ola, Bolt. Now the council are putting down severe pressure on these operators currently, and I do mean severe pressure. They're putting a lot of strict conditions on them, and in return, the operators will release everything back to the council. So, before you probably got reported by, say, someone, your operator, which is your local base, probably didn't take too much notice of it. If it needed to be, if the operator thought he was quite quite complicated, whatever, he needed the council to come in, he would report it to the council, then the council. But nowadays, you'll get banned from the operators straight away, and you'll get banned by the council straight away, and there'll be an investigation going on, because the amount of reports your operators are sending to the council. And if the council says anything about you, for instance, let me give you an example. If Joe Public just reports you and says, something, that guy Abdul, he just run a red light, right? Someone's reported me to the council. So what do the council do straight away? They're going to go to Uber and say, look, he's run a red light. Uber straight away will put me on hold for an investigation to happen. What investigation? God knows, right? The council at the same time are going to put me on hold, right? Now, I'm out of work, all because someone just said, haven't proven nothing. They haven't got no photographic evidence, just reported me for running a red light. Now, how am I going to prove my case here? If I, and if the truth was that, I was stuck behind a vehicle that's turning, say, right, and obviously I will have to wait for every other oncoming traffic to stop and me turning right behind the lorry or a vehicle, meaning I would have to go through red light. It is done. But if someone's having a job, probably is having a bad day, you're going to have a bigger bad day. And how are you going to prove that? This is the thing. you are not going to be able to prove it. Well, you know, who's going to take you to court? Take the council to court, or you need the council behind you. There's a lot of um, reasons why you actually need to join the union, ADCU, whoever it is. It's all entirely up to you. So as I said, look, the whole thing here, £300 loss. Sometimes you hear about people saying, especially analysts, saying, things like um, getting rid of someone is good for the economy. And this is exactly what it is. If the council are to get rid of you, that is good for the economy on the whole, because you've just wasted 20k. You've just gave them £500 fees, and they don't want you for the next year. They want to get rid of you. They'll do anything to get rid of you. And you need to be prepared for that. I'm telling you, the amount of drivers that's going to be deactivated with council involvement. You probably want to, especially the unions, if they're listening to this, want to ring the council and say how many people are deactivated last year. And I'll tell you one thing: the following year there'll be a spike, and us drivers are right in the limelight for that. We are not good for the economy. And I know some of you will be saying, "Oh, well, they have to still pay us what is this, some sort of an allowance or working tax, whatever it is." No, it doesn't matter. Even if they do. Firstly, remember the pump and dump. There's more drivers coming on, so that, it doesn't matter. The other guys off the list, and also they got £20,000 of you from you as well. So it doesn't matter if they're paying you another £150 a week. So this is what this video is about, guys. Join the union. It is very, very important for you. And I can't stress that enough. Our next fight is going to be with the councils, and you're going to be ready for it. I'll speak to you guys later on. Bye bye now.